So, it was really hard giving up alcohol, but I think that it's going to be even harder giving up certain kinds of food. Um, I quit drinking, I quit smoking. Smoking was easy. It was like the smallest thing I had to give up. Um, the thing I've been addicted to the longest is food. And it's one of the hardest things to give up because you have to eat to survive. You don't have to drink alcohol to survive. You don't have to smoke cigarettes to survive, but you have to eat. And so it's not just about giving it up because you would die. It's about finding moderation. And it's more than just like giving up a substance because you can give up alcohol and not ever deal with the whatever it was that led you to drink too much. Because an addict has issues on the inside. It's not, I mean, the substance is just the symptom, it's not the actual problem. So when you have to learn to eat in moderation and eat to live and not like live to eat, I guess, as they say, um, you have to do some soul searching. You have to figure out what it is that's making you do these things, that's making you feel not so great, that's making you want to hide from your life. And it takes a lot of time. Um, you don't just get to give it up and not deal with your problems. You have to deal with the problems when eating is the addiction. And for so many Americans, especially, eating is an addiction. And it's not even their fault in a lot of ways. Like, sugar is in everything we eat. I just read an article about it. Added sugar literally is in everything. Things you wouldn't even understand. Like, why would there be sugar in these sausages? Why would there be sugar in, um, you name it, like juices, sauces, like even like if you get mixed vegetable medley, if there's a sauce in it, if it's a frozen bag of vegetables, it could have sugar in it. Like, who's putting sugar in your vegetables? It's crazy. But in America, we like things to taste better. We like things to be preserved longer. We like things to, I mean, whoever's making it likes to make more money. So, and it's one of the leading causes of death in this country is like sugar causes obesity, it causes diabetes, it causes heart problems, it causes cardiovascular issues, like just you name it, it's not good. Um, and we are just like eating so much sugar. I mean, sugar you can have, just like anything else, but it has to be in moderation. And we don't need to add sugar to our food. Like, you can get natural sugar from a banana. That's the right amount of sugar, you know? So anyway, that's something I'm really trying to give up right now. I know I'm addicted to it. I know it's a chemical thing. I'm feeling it in my body. I don't think that's the cause of my headache, but it could be. Who knows? Definitely it's part of what's making me feel anxious because when I take away something that I've used kind of as like a false platform to stand on, I definitely feel anxious. I definitely feel things coming up. Um, I've been feeling a little bit like I need to cry. I know I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm just gonna start bawling one of these days. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with everybody. I definitely dive deeper into talking about my anxiety issues. Um, Something I just wanted to say, especially for all of those listening that might have anxiety and depression, you're not alone. You're not a freak. This isn't abnormal. Most people have it to some extent. And especially in a society like ours, it's very, very prevalent because we are a more privileged society and not everyone is watching their family get murdered. Not everyone is, you know, being born with HIV. Not everyone is like having acid thrown in their face. Like, things like that happen in other parts of the world. But even if you don't have bad things happen to you, you still suffer. And you kind of just become so bored and you get so used to thinking your problems don't matter, and really, really screwed up psychological things can occur. And on that end of the spectrum, that's when you get your depression, that's when you get your anxiety, that's when you get your panic attacks, your personality disorders, things like that. So, So yeah, so don't feel like a freak. I'm not a freak. I'm a normal person. I just talk openly about my disorder. And, you know, I feel much better now than I did a year ago with the therapy I've received and the decisions I've made towards making my life better and healthier and brighter, um, including my decision to grow my hair out. I look crazy. This is how I would look every morning when I wake up. Anyway, a lot of hair. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. This has been a longer message than I thought it would be, but in two parts. My phone died. Thanks, guys. I'll let you know how things are going. I'm not gonna weigh myself. I weigh myself every 2 weeks. So my last weigh-in was actually before I started my healthy eating, by like 4 or 5 days before, and that's when I was at 230. So we'll let you know. My next weigh-in is gonna be in like a week and a half or something. I'll let you know how much weight I've lost. I'm not going to show pictures as I go through. I might, but I have a before picture that I took like maybe 2 months ago, and I don't think my body's changed that much since, but it probably has because I've been weightlifting. But just I'll show that at some point and juxtapose it with like what I'm looking like. But mostly I'm just going to be talking about how I feel. As a result of not eating added sugars, not eating processed foods, not eating, a lot of that includes like the breads. I'm not saying I'm on Atkins, but a lot of that includes breads. Especially American white bread is like chock full of sugar, super processed, super bleached. Like, who's bleaching food? Who wants to eat bleach? Like, I don't get it. But like, we all do, so that's great. Okay. Bye.